All right. MasterCard Builders ARA governing conditions for freight cars and passenger cars. Rules for settlement for destroyed or damaged cars. Rule 12. When body with the truck's forearm car are destroyed or badly damaged, the owner of the shall, upon request, furnish a depreciated reduction of the value of the car complete. The part responsible shall have the option of repairing and settling under the depreciated production value. Depreciation to be figured out from the date when the car was originally built, rebuilt, and according with the requirements of the rebuilt here and after set forth is decided not to repair, the owner shall be immediately revised. The reproduction cost for the settlement for the cars destroyed shall be as follows. Note that the reproduction of the cost reproduct with the pound set forth with below with a stencil lightweight with the car at the time loss. And these don't apply anymore. Rate. C. Rate of depreciation used in settlement of destroyed, damaged, rate depreciation basis. These rules are purpose of the settlement between the carrier's private lines. Destroyed, damaged lines handled with the rails interchange are not intended to apply to the car's same particular type of accounting of the individual carriers. All these, the money doesn't add up like, all wood not less than 8 inches continuous metal center sills, not less than 18 pounds per foot with a permanent, not less than one top of the bottom of the cover plate from the bolster to the bolster. All wood not less than 8 inches. There's metal draft, not less than 8 pounds per foot with a permanent, will not less than one top of the bottom of the cover of the plate from bolster to bolster. All wood not less than 8 inches. Continuous metal wood not less than 8 pounds per foot with a pound per member securely fastened to the wooden sill, not less than 4 inches by 8 inches. All wood, all other cars, tanker car, truck, tanks for non-corrosive commodities, tanker cars for corrosive commodities for any instruction. Note 2, depreciation rates for the depreciation different class cars include trucks and air brakes. Note 3, a steel strobe structure for the frame including indicates the car having side and upper end uprights, braces, and plates riveted together. Note 4, allows the depreciation shall not exceed the exceeding 80% of the value new. 1% damage destroyed after March 1st, 1919. Depreciation shall be figured for the month of the year, but not month of the year. Damaged and destroyed. No fractional parts are monthly desired. Alright, Rule 112 continued. Rebuilt car. The car must be considered rebuilt with a sensible the cost of the repair, of the, including the addition of the betterments exceeding with one half of the cost of reproduction. Actual cost of the new can over the date of the rebuilding is shown in Section B of the rule of the cars and similar type of the cars as type of the couplers and wheels, axle, brake equipment, center sills, and end construction was made to conform with existing ARA standard reinforcement equipment. Rule 113. For the mutual advantage of the railway companies interested with the settlement for the car owned with control of the railway company, damages destroyed upon with the private car shall be assumed with the railway company delivering the car upon the summit tracks. When a car owned or controlled by the railroad company is damaged and destroyed on the tracks of the road which is not a member of the per diem rules agreement of the American Railway Association, and the road responsible for the per diem while in the possession of the non-subscriber shall be responsible for the owner and damage and destruction of the car. Rule 114. If the company whose line of the car is destroyed elects to rebuild the car with the original plan with the construction must be followed with the original kind and quality of the materials used except for the metal draft arms. Alright, Rule 114. Continue extending beyond the body of the bolster, steel draft, the members extending with the full length of the car, the transom, draft gear, those center sill, steel underframe should be applied and to be such with the design as well meet the recommendation practice section reinforcement. Existing cars, no all allowances shall be made with the verbetments not authorized by the car owner. No, see per diem Rule 8. Alright, Rules 115 through 119 inclusive and vacant. Disposition of cars, reducing extreme repairs for which owners are responsibility. Rule 120A. A car requires general required repairs due to the owner's defects in which the estimating labor the cost of repairing, including the net charge of the rivets exceeding with limits shown in the paragraph B. Shall the inspector with the handling line of the inspection certified by the mating the use form shown on page 175, except for the joint specification. Joint inspection will not be necessary, covering all the defects found with the car, estimated with the cost of the repairs, total labor, total materials separately on the basis of the ARA prices and inspection. The inspection certified should be forwarded properly in the car owner together with a list of material required with the furnished by the owner with the Rule 122 with the shipping direction of the car owner shall properly inspect. It shall be desired if the plans and specifications require that they shall also meet respective safety and appliance and standards must be completed by applied. Be repaired for limited for repairs refrigerator cars, wooden trucks for less than 60,000 pound capacity, wooden trucks with trucks of 60,000 capacity, wooden with trucks of 60,000 capacity over the equipped metal draft extending with the beyond the body of the bolster, continuous metal draft arms, transom, draft gear, metal cells, and steel underframe. Houses and stock cars, wooden and trucks less than 60,000 pounds in capacity, wooden trucks with an over of 60,000 capacity and over, wooden trucks of 60,000 capacity, and if over, equipped with the metal draft arms extending with the beyond the body bolsters, continuous metal draft arms, transom, draft gear, metal center, steel underframe, all steel and steel superstructure frame with a steel underframe, gondola and hopper cars, wooden trucks less than 60,000 pounds in capacity, wooden trucks over 60 with 60 pounds of traffic capacity and over, wooden trucks with 60,000 pounds of capacity if equipped with the metal draft arms extending with the beyond with the bolster, continuous metal draft arm, transom, draft gear, metal center, sill and steel frame. All steel superstructures frame with steel underframe, flat cars, wooden trucks with less than 60,000 pound capacity, wooden trucks with 60,000 capacity, and over wooden trucks with 60,000 capacity over the equipped with the metal draft arms extending belly bolsters, continuous metal draft arms, transom, draft gears, metal center sills, steel underframes. See, the owner shall promptly authorize repairs and destruction of the car. If no cases shall be to get total charge of the actual repairs should exceed with the estimate more than $550 excessive bare minimum unless authorized. If the owner authorized destruction and handling line should also credit all the material at A scrap prices less labor or costs of the destruction. If the plant owner authorized repairs original plan with the construction be filed with the original kind of the quality materials except for the metal draft gears extending beyond the bolster of the steel draft members extending the full length of the car, the transom draft gear, the center sill, and the tail freight under the frame shall be applied with such a design that will meet the recommendation practice of the section for the reinforcement existing cars. The car owner determining which of the methods should be filed with the instructions should be preferably accompanying with the authority of the repairs to furnish insufficient detail would enable the repairing line to order all necessary materials. Note, see Paradigm Rule 8, Rule 121, vacant furnishing materials. Rule 22, companies shall also properly furnish to each of the other upon request of the forward freight and express charge collectively from their point of shipment materials with the repairs for their cars with the foreign lines of material with the repairs of the car owner's defect. The forward company may bill the car for the entire freight change. In such a case, the car of the owner may reclaim for their freight charges from their portion of the movement over its own line of the material with the repairs of the user defect of the foreign lane, and may require only the portion of the movement over its line of the separate bill will copy the freight and express due the bill attached such should be rendered with the freight of the wheel express charges shown in the reference bill covering repairs. Requisition of such materials shall specify the same of the repairs given to the car and the number initial such car that together with the pattern and other sketch and other data that enable the correct filling of the requisition. Material weight less than 250 pounds and gross ordered with the car owner must be shipped by express. The company having the car in its possession at the time shall provide with its own stock of the following: lumberage, forging, hardwood stock, painting, hair felt, piping, air brake material, all ANRA standard material. Interpretation question. Material is shipped to the local freight to repair its owner defects, which should be paid the cartage from the freight depot to the repair track. There should be no charge for the cartage. Question: what is the other items covered by the word forging? Commercial shapes are such as channels, Z-bars, etc. should be furnished by the repairing line press with the steel safe, which require special dies for the forming should be not carried as forging. Such materials should be furnished as car owners. Alright, 3. Question: when the material is shipped to the account of the owner's responsibility in order to save the considerable correspondence, would it be impossible in the case of the owner of the ship of the material on another road with the repairs of his car with the material bill to prepare with the point of the shipment destination when other users respond for the repairs of the material bill of the freight car charges collected from the point of the shipment destination? The answer is there will be no objection to handling in this manner provided with the requirements of the Interstate Commerce Commission given the circumference of Ruling 333 are followed and should be understood, but the proper responsibility must be shown in the requisition material, i.e. whether wanted to be accounted by the owners and the user responsibility. Question: is it proper to add war tax to bills rendered for the freight charges on material shipped by owners and for the repairs of their cars? A, yes. Alright, settlement of disputes. Rule 123. In order to settle disputes arising under the rules, facilities, and revision of the rules, the annual convention of the Association Arbitration Committee of 6 representative members shall be appointed annually in the General Committee, 4 members of the committee to constitute the quorum. In the case of the dispute of the question arising with the rules between the subscriber and said the rules said may be submitted to the committee of the secretary to revise the consideration arbitration committee. The abstract should be set forth in an agreed statement of facts, agreement of plaintiff, agreement of defendant. The abstract should consist of not not more than 3 typewritten page letter size single space agreed with the settlement of facts to be signed by both of the parties in dispute. Should one of the parties refuse to avail the furnish with the necessary information with the commitment shall use to justify it is whether when the information furnished is properly given when the opinion decision with the commodity finally binding upon the parties and considered with the committee shall report with the decision. Association report shall be incorporated with the annual report proceedings and association. Revisions of the Code. Rule 124. The Arbitration Committee shall ask for the suggestion and change of the amendments in addition for the rules prior to each for the annual convention, which shall be considered with the shall report as recommendations of the succeeding annual convention. Rule 125. In the revision of these rules, the section 2/3 of the vote shall be necessary for adoption. Rule 126. Vacant. Rule 127. The Code of the Rules shall introduce the discussion and revision of the decision of one session of the annual meeting of the Mechanical Section of the American Railroad Association each year. Conditions of acceptance for the Code. Rule 128. Any car owner of the railway company that may become a party of the Code of the Rules by executing the standard form of the agreement shown on page 184. Rule 129. Railroad companies becoming subscribed to the Code of the Rules must have a representative member of the Mechanical Section of the American Railroad Association. Rule 130. Accepting the rejection of the Code of the Rules must be as a whole. No exception. Individual rules shall be valid. Rule 131. The Code of the Rules shall be effective November 1920. And I believe the next one of these are all rotated clockwise. The American Railroad Authority with the Transfer Adjustment Landing. Your return card and a ARA defect card. Your bad order transfer, your bad order. Form of joint evidence card. Continued joint inspection certificate. American Railroad Association original record of repairs. American Railroad Association billing repairing card, record repair card, billing repairing card with wheels and axles R&R code repair card, statement of repairs of the car's ARA interchange. Alright, this one is a routing card. Rules. Form of the interchange agreement. The subscriber hereto adopts the agree the joint service leave with each of all the other parties, whether the corporation, partnership, the individual owing, possessing the railroad card, use of the transportation commodities which pass, have respectively entered into the agreements in effect with the similar with the instrument of the subscriber will abide with the code of the rules governing with the condition of repair for the settlement of the freight card of the interchange of the traffic formulated with promulgated with the former MasterCard Builder Association and American Railroad Association Section 3 Mechanical or by either therefore which rules are designated with the minutes instead of the association proceeding as commonly known as the interchange rules by each of these of the said rules and will be abided with each of all the decision interpretations and arbitration committees provided with the code of the rules until this agreement is provided with the subscriber shall be terminated 3 months notice of the written file with the general secretary such as the office other than officer at the time that shall be actually in the secretary and of the railroad association or such a body as shall at the time have succeeded thereto. Alright, here is your rule, American Railroad Car Service Rules Agreement. Unless otherwise agreed to, the cost transfer landing freight car of the rearrangement landing of the junction point shall be settled files. First delivering road shall pay the cost of the transfer rearrangement. When the transfer is due to the defective equipment that is not safe to run according to the ARA interchange except when the end of the repairs can be made under the road load as part of the interchange rule 2. When transfer rearrangement of the load is due to the contents improperly loaded with overloaded according with the ARA interchange rules and the Interstate Commerce Commission regulations, transportation with explosive other dangerous articles, freight and express, with the dimension of the landing of the opening cars of the express public and clearance of any of the roads covered by the routing. When transfers are due to deliver the line not desiring the equipment to be beyond the junction point. When the cars cannot pass for the proof the clearance of the American Railroad Association, as second, the receiving the railroad shall pay the cost of transfer rearrangement. When the cars are not to pass clearance or except they're provided with paragraph D, when the cars are landing except for the load limit will cannot be moved through the account of another visibility of the receiving line. Note that Rule 114E, the word of the car covers the closed open car not landing open the car. The words load limit refer to the limits of the place on bridges, tracks, and should not carry the capacity. F, when receiving the road desired for transfer to saving cost of the mileage per deemed. Alright, list of railroad companies which have executed interchange rules from A to Z. You might want to look up the R&R, Interstate Commerce. This is from A to Z. And then there's an appendix. And that's basically the whole book.